Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show, the HHW Show podcast presented by CMG Sports Central. And we are back, the aftermath of the Royal Rumble. We're going to talk about the winners. We're going to talk about the injury effects that's happening in WWE and some stats about the Elimination Chamber. And back there now we got like what was it? Saturday, Sunday, Monday too. So we got at least 72 hours at least that
Mhm.
we were able to like see the whole thing play out. And of course the aftermath, the Royal Rumble going in leading into Raw and everything else. And there's a lot of curveballs heading our way. And when we thought one thing is gonna happen, something else came up. So we're gonna talk about that. But let's look at this real quick. Cody Rhodes, the winner of the Royal Rumble, and I didn't pick him. I would have, but I had thought that Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles were at least be able to get into that ring and be like the bottom three or something like that. But that
Right.
never happened. I would have picked Cody Rhodes because I love history in the making, but eventually I did it. None of us got it right. Um, but after what, 26 years, right?
Yeah.
Stone Cold did it 26 years ago. And
Mhm.
now we finally got the fourth guy, fourth superstar, Cody Rhodes. The biggest question is who is he going to choose to become his opponent?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know you had your speculations on who you think it is going to happen. Um, and it looked like he was going to give us an answer, right?
Well,
But
it sounded convincing during the
right.
press conference
Mhm.
after the show. He kept pointing at Roman Reigns, and
Right.
Roman Reigns was reacting. So we thought we was gonna have this right here. But then
Right.
on Monday Night Raw, it almost had me believing that he might be after Seth Rollins. And with respect, Cody Rhodes did say on Monday Night Raw he's going to think about it.
Right.
Now I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna be like Seth Rollins myself. I'm gonna ask you this: one, would you rather fight a champion that you already beat it 4 times for the title, or would you go against a champion that you were wanting to finish the story that didn't go your way, even though you were this close of winning? Would you go ahead and go that route? What's your take on it?
I will go the first route. And here's my reason why. Even though both stories is like a redemption story, one for a champion and the other for a challenger. But for me, I would take the first option because I know what kind of matches, plural, I had with Seth Rollins. And yes, I beat him every time, but I know what I got out of him. And it was a clean win every time. So I know what he's bringing to the table. Over here on this side, I know what Roman Reigns is bringing to the table. And it seems like I got a better shot and maybe doing it again against Seth Rollins or being man enough and giving him as a champion the redemption that he may need or may feel like he deserves to come after me and try to beat me for the first time. Because going into this match, I will feel like I'm the favorite as the challenger because I have the upper hand at the many times I've beaten him. And I know how great of a fighter he is versus what Roman Reigns gave me when I lost to him.
But
He cheated.
he would have won
He
to
would
Roman
have,
Reigns. It was for
but he
interference from Solo Sikoa.
right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Why would I want to deal with that again? Because I know what situation is going to come about.
Somebody has
Unless
to dethrone him, right?
somebody is, eventually, you're right. Eventually,
Mhm.
somebody will dethrone him. He's not going to be champion forever. Nobody ever is.
No,
Okay.
until
So,
they retire.
exactly. No. So, he will be dethroned eventually. You're right.
Right.
But I just feel like, we're focusing too much on who's going to take down Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, who is the better champion, who is the fighting champion. And Rollins, to me, does have the championship belt. Okay. Because in essence, technically Roman Reigns' title is a merge of two titles. You see, he was originally the Universal Champion, and then he
Mhm.
won the other title. Then they merged them, and so they created a new championship title, I guess, to be the face of the business. The design may not look like it, because I
Right.
think honestly, Roman's title,
Is a lot better.
is a lot better, and it looks like the
Mhm.
face of the business as far as
Mhm.
championships. But to me, oh my gosh, Seth Rollins is the actual champion of the WWE. And so why
So
not
you
go
have
after
to, but so you have to be a fighting champion to be a champion?
You don't have to be, because Roman Reigns has been successful in how he's been doing it. 30, I believe he has 32 title defenses since he's won that title. Okay. And he successfully defended it the way he knows how. Okay.
Yeah,
But to me,
cheating his way through.
you're right.
I mean,
But not all of them.
he wasn't doing it. At the beginning,
Yeah.
he was handling his business. He was
Right.
proving himself worthy enough that
Right.
he could be the head of the table. And we're going to talk about being the head of the table shortly. Okay.
Right.
If I was Cody Rhodes, the bigger piece of the pie is not Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is injured. He is not 100%. He will never be 100%. And Cody Rhodes don't want to go after someone that's not 100%. But
But
he
was but
knows
but was Cody
the
Rhodes
bigger fish is Roman Reigns.
100% when he stepped into that cage against Seth Rollins? When he had that torn pectoral? He
Oh,
wasn't
you
100%,
got a point there.
but yeah, he
But
stepped in
but
there
Seth Rollins was a
and won.
different character back then too.
But still, he went in there with an injury and proved that he can win. So
But
why
that's what
not?
I'm saying is that why would you want to pick Seth Rollins knowing that you beat him even in one with one arm,
Right.
and yet you're going to chase him? And is it honorable to defeat someone that you already defeated 4 times than someone that you haven't beaten? That's
I
like
think,
saying, like, you know what, I'm gonna go on my PlayStation or Xbox and I'm just gonna play easy mode and win it like that instead of challenging myself even more.
yeah, I get what you're saying. But I think he owes that respect to Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins, as the champion, feels like he's chasing him
Okay.
because he hasn't won. He hasn't beaten him yet.
Right.
So I think Seth Rollins is convincing him, hey, give me this shot to try to redeem myself against you. And if I can't get it done, then you win the belt. You're the champion. And I in essence, bow down to you as the better man.
All right, check this out. Let's flip the switch real quick and talk about Bayley. Bayley won the Royal Rumble, and just like Cody Rhodes, and she too has to decide who will be her next opponent. And so let me ask you this. She tried to present herself, but just not digging that character that Bayley is doing now. I would have thought that her demeanor winning the Royal Rumble, which she won it cleanly, and she did it on her own, right? Um, to go against Rhea Ripley, I don't think is the right fit for Bayley. She is not ready for Bayley. I mean, sorry, excuse me. She is not ready for Rhea Ripley.
No,
But
no,
now, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
no. You're right. I mean, because it seems like there's a bigger agenda for Rhea Ripley to be worrying about than Bayley.
Right. And what about, and I've been thinking about this over and over again of the storyline. If Bayley, let's put it, no, damage control. She formed damage control. They're all champions. They're supposed to believe in her. Okay. And there's been areas where we thinking that Bayley will not be a part of that group anymore, that Dakota Kai might take over. Or is it what's her name, Kyrie Zane or IYO SKY or whoever it is, right? It just seems like Bailey's on her way to depart and become the baby face. But what if they were just not, let's put it this way. Let's say they were just curious and thought about like Bailey could eventually win the Royal Rumble and then go after IYO SKY. Maybe that's why they're keeping their distance away from her. Maybe they see something ahead, and that's why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I think right now, all of a sudden, now they want to pay attention to her. Now they want to involve her. They want to butter up to her because they don't want her going after IYO SKY for that title, because they know she created this, and she's probably at the point where she can destroy this whole damage control because
I
of that title.
I'm going to say that if there's one superstar that could shine a light to Bayley, it has to be Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair, there has to be a segment where she's going to confront Bayley and say, Bayley, look at this.
Hmm.
Let's replay all this. Look what's going on here. Why are you so naive? Why are you looking at Rhea Ripley? Yes, you
Yeah,
did this. You know what? You did it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Whether you like it or don't like it, she did what she had to do.
Hmm.
But now she has to wake up. I feel like she would choose IYO SKY, and she was gonna say Rhea Ripley's name until Nia Jax came out, and she just demolished Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, she
Oh
did.
my god,
And
man!
I think Damage Control sees that and knows that we got to find a way of pushing her and convincing her to go after Rhea Ripley. But I think Bailey is kind of smart enough to figure out, well, if I deal with Rhea, I got to deal with Nia, and I don't think I want to
Maybe
deal.
that's a setup where they can
Yeah,
make it into a triple threat match,
yeah. But you're right.
or
I do believe that there has to be that voice of reasoning, and
Mhm.
that will be Bianca Belair. It's going to take her some time to make her understand that, but just like Seth Rollins is trying to be that voice of reasoning to Cody Rhodes and say, "Look, you need to choose me here,"
right?
because he made some valid points, and I think Bianca will be that person to help her out.
Rhea Ripley, on the other hand, um, she's fed up. She wants them Judgment Day to be back the way they used to be to run WWE. Yet the men's did it, even though R-Truth and the Miz paid the price. But on the other side, now it's Rhea Ripley's turn to get her ass whooped. So I'm just saying something more has to happen. I do see that Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax should be a lock at the Elimination Chamber, knowing that it is in Australia. And Rhea Ripley will finally have a match at home on the biggest stage and the biggest platform. And that will be like an honorable thing to do, is to have that match there in Australia. I'm gonna book that.
Well, what about Jade Cargill? Because I mean, we she's already teased us at the Rumble by eliminating Nia Jax. Why not? She said, finally steps out of the lot, out of the shadows, and say, you know what? I
You're just
deserve a
gonna
shadow
cause some
shot.
trouble, ain't you? You're causing trouble, Hector. You're causing the trouble. You're gonna tell me next that Rhea Ripley's gonna defend her title at the Elimination Chamber versus Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Who else? Who else you gonna bring to the table? Natalia?
No,
That too?
I just bring that. I bring that other girl up from NXT. Have an NXT
Ooh,
superstar in
Tiffany
there.
Stratton,
Yeah, might
Roxanne
as well.
Perez,
Nah,
or we're gonna
Tiffany.
call that girl from TNA. What's her name? Grace?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace? Oh man, like she should be in the WWE.
Well, I
Man,
don't know.
everybody shine
Yeah,
more than the current Raw and SmackDown Women's division.
I don't know. Now that I've seen Jade Cargill finally and what she did to Nia Jax, I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt about Nia going after Rhea Ripley, because if she continues to force the
It's too
issue,
late. It's too
I
late.
I think Cargill is going to wind up intervening somehow, some way in this.
If that was the case, she should have done that yesterday on Monday Night Raw. Honestly, honestly, she should have done that already. I think they reserve her again. She got that one match, and I don't know. Maybe Maxine Dupree might show up or something.
Shoosh.
You see how many times she tried to do that same move with Bayley, and Bayley still's like, "We're not giving up. We're gonna make this move happen." It's almost like, "Yo, we practice this so much. There's no way you're gonna give up on this move." Uh,
Hmm.
but that was that botch, and I hate social media when people start like digging, like being picky. I'm like, look, man, you know better. You go over there and do those moves. I'm gonna sit back and watch. I don't care. I guess
Yeah.
because I see so many independent wrestling that I can see the mistakes. Like, I don't care. You did it better than me because I'm sitting down watching. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Um, but anyhow, the effects here is CM Punk, who had a torn tricep, his right arm tricep. He damaged it during the Royal Rumble. I think it was a maneuver with Drew McIntyre, and they set up a stage for a possibility of CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam, because that's how long it's going to take for CM Punk to recover. Because I'm looking it up, and if he requires surgery, then it's going to take at least 6 months, maybe a little bit faster, to heal and come back. And the older you get, the longer the recovery is going to be.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks. We saw that from Cody Rhodes, and now we get to see it through CM Punk. And I feel like they're both in the same path. They leave AEW, they jump on WWE, they make a mark, and as soon the wheels about to roll, bam, they
The
get a
wheel
flat
comes
tire.
off. Yeah.
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 Crazy.
I mean, I was hoping to expect a whole lot more out of this, but no, you're right. You got it right there. The Punk effect here. So
Yeah, the CM Punk effect, which leads to, again, Cody Rhodes. Would he choose Roman Reigns, or will he choose um, Seth Rollins? And Seth Rollins had a great point, and I gotta say it again: is that, do you want to wrestle a fighting champion? Stop bringing in Cody Rhodes' father. I'm already
I know
tired of that
I'm
crap.
getting tired of that too. Yeah.
What would your father do? Well, you're not your father. You're you. I'm like, well, you. What's that word when you use the angle, then you don't use the angle? Anyways, it doesn't matter.
He's
It,
not gonna
he's
get out his dad's
contradicting
shadow.
himself when what he's saying. That's what I'm saying. He's contradicting. Like, why would you do that? At the end of the day, look, and I'm glad that CM Punk said he's going to think about it. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's got to pick Roman Reigns. He's
I,
got to, or let me see what happens on SmackDown.
I'm saying to pick Seth Rollins. Look, that would just protect Roman Reigns to pass Hulk Hogan for third place in the all-time Reigns list by
Is he
September.
not already in third place?
No, he's in fourth.
Who's ahead of him?
Hulk Hogan is in third, and then you got Bob Backlund and then Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, that's another thing is that they need to stop doing this stuff, because the fact that back when Hulk Hogan was a champion, he didn't defend it all the time.
Exactly.
Okay. And the fact is, this is a different era. Like, if you're going to say, from the Attitude Era and after, Roman Reigns should be number one. It's just like baseball, right? In baseball, when they create a stat, it started at this year. We ain't gonna go back to the 1900s when you only had like three teams or something competing. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
this is
right.
ridiculous. I mean, WWE got these stats wrong. Welcome, Frank, to the show. Frank, I know you was listening on the way in and stuff like that.
My
What is
battery
your
died.
take with Cody Rhodes? Who do you think he's going to choose? Is it Roman Reigns or is it Seth Rollins?
I think he's going to choose Seth Rollins. I think there's a couple factors here. I think Roman Reigns is going to go against The Rock in WrestleMania. But
Here we go again
I
with that.
yes, yes, here we go again with that. All right.
It's
But
not going to happen.
but okay, but this is the way I see it. What is the easiest choice for him? Go against Seth Rollins, which he knows he could beat Seth Rollins, and he's
But
beat
why is it
Seth
easy?
Rollins one on
Cody
one.
Rhodes never takes the easy way. He never takes the easy route.
You're right, but this is what we're looking at here. You're looking at Seth Rollins, he's beat. Roman Reigns comes with a package. So when you come with that package, all right, where you're gonna go up against another possibly two guys, and who knows
Nope,
who
he
else
won't.
might be part. Why not?
He won't.
Why not?
because if he was to go to SmackDown,
Uh-huh.
he has a crew waiting for him. And of course, it's going to develop. Number one is going to be Randy Orton. Randy Orton should have won the undisputed title if it wasn't for Solo Sikoa to drag that referee out of the ring. 2, Kevin
Could,
Owens is
should.
there. Kevin
Uh-huh.
Owens is there. Okay. 3, LA Knight. And no matter what happens between him and AJ Styles, that crew will want to disassemble the bloodline. And if it gets to that peak, you can't expect that Cody Rhodes will get that support.
I just thought of something.
Go right ahead.
We're not taking the factor that Damian Priest still got this briefcase. And if he was to cash in on Seth Rollins, why not Cody Rhodes go after Damian Priest?
Because Damian Priest is not going to cash it in anytime soon.
He'll
probably cash it in.
His window is closing.
It'll be a match. Wow, he got to WrestleMania.
Yeah, that window is closing.
Why not at WrestleMania? Why not? Watch this.
No, why not before WrestleMania? So he'll have his WrestleMania moment against Cody Rhodes.
Karma. Remember back in the other WrestleMania when Seth Rollins came down during the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns match and turned it into a triple threat match. Karma. That's all I'm saying. Or Cody Rhodes wins and beats Seth Rollins, like you say he's going to choose him, right? And then Damian Priest cashes in on Cody Rhodes, and he has that 5-minute fame.
All that for 5-minute fame.
Well, that happened to his father. That's the hint.
So why have history
win the world title and then they took it away from him?
Why have history repeat itself for the lineage? That makes no sense to me.
It's just the same thing that just happened just now. Cody Rhodes got hurt. He was out. We just said it. Now it's CM Punk's turn. He is out. Let's look at the NFL. Buffalo Bills. Same shit happened. Super Bowl, and now at the divisional round. I'm just saying. If Cody finds his way to repeat itself all the time.
When Cody wins this title, he's going to hold it for quite some time. He's not going to be a 5-minute champion like his dad or whatever. No, that's just a waste of
father like son.
No, this is a waste of finishing the story. Okay, because you're wasting my time and energy as a fan watching wrestling just to watch him win the belt and then lose it 5 minutes later. No.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and the Elimination Chamber is
happened
in February, and it's going to be interesting to see who will be involved in the Elimination Chamber. There hasn't been any signs of what the match will entail, right? Because let's take a look at the elimination stats here. And again, I've been working on it. I was trying to come up with a fantasy tournament type deal for the Elimination Chamber, and I still haven't figured it out yet. But normally you have 6 superstars inside the chamber. Okay, since 2010, we've had 4 winners that were number 1. 4 winners. We had 0 wins if you were number 2. You had 3 wins at number 3, 3 for number 4, 5 for number 3, and 3 for number 6. Okay. And that's not including, I took out 2 Elimination Chamber matches from the men because 2 of those were tag team matches. Okay. The first tag team was in 2015 when the New Day won and they kept their tag team championship belts. They went against, remember the primetime players? Remember Los Matadores? Tyson Kidd and Cesaro were a tag team. Who else? La Lucha Dragons and the Ascension. I think that's when you say that name, right?
Yeah, Ascension, yeah.
The second one was The Miz and John Morrison as champions when they went against the Usos, the New Day, Lucha House Party, Heavy Machinery, and the Ziggler Rude Boys. Remember him? Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. But other than that, all of it. And then in 2022, there was really only 5 people in the Elimination Chamber because Bobby Lashley was escorted with a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brock Lesnar broke the window and stuff like that, and he ended up winning because he eliminated Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Riddle, and AJ Styles. Like
Mm-hmm.
he manhandled all of them, Suplex City, and that's a wrap. Um, Out of that, there has been 10 titles in the Elimination Chamber, and only 7 successfully defended their title. And the first one to lose the title was The Undertaker. It was Chris Jericho that won it, the World Heavyweight Championship in 2010. And then John Cena won the following year, taking the title away from Sheamus. And there is one more that I am blind to see with so much stats and stuff like that. It'll come
What?
back to me.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Didn't it
John Cena lost to Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt? Okay.
Yep. And 2017 is for the W Championship. You had Cena, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, The Miz, and Bray Wyatt.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about Ryback. I think he successfully defended his
Ryback, yes, Ryback
Intercontinental title.
was, let me see.
He was Intercontinental Champion. I think he
Ryback
successfully
was the new Intercontinental Championship because that belt was vacant.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. I didn't include that in the stat. I should. But then again, it was vacant, so I didn't have a category for that. That was the
Right.
only time that was a vacant title.
Right.
Yeah, he beat Sheamus, Mark Henry, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, and Wade Barrett. Now, here's another stat. You ready for this? The most appearance in the Elimination Chamber goes to Randy Orton. He's done it 6 times, and his record is 1-5.
All right, Mr. Buffalo Bill.
So I guess that means that there would not be no belt exchange in elimination chamber.
I don't think so. And that's if the belts, it all depends on how they do it because some of these matches was for the number 1 contender.
Well, last year, didn't Austin Theory defend his title in the Elimination Chamber and won it?
He did win. He defended and won. He did win the United States title against Johnny Gargano, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, and Montez Ford.
Yeah.
There's more stats that I wanted to do as to where people were seated, but the last 2 elimination chambers, the number 2 was Seth Rollins. Back to back, he was the number 2 guy to start off the match. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. The most wins in the elimination chamber goes to Daniel Bryan. He has 3 wins.
Okay.
And then John Cena has 2. John Cena is 2 and 3. And everybody else is floating with number 1s. Austin Theory has done it twice. Drew McIntyre has been in Elimination Chamber twice. I got a gut feeling that he's gonna have himself in the Elimination Chamber. Like I said, it all depends. But the biggest loser in it has to be Sheamus. He is the only one that's 0-5.
Randy Orton, he's right behind him.
He got to win.
He got one.
He got one.
Oh, Lordy.
And the women's side of the house, again, they started theirs in 2018. Most of their premium events started in 2018, but Alexa Bliss was the first one to win an Elimination Chamber, and she held her Raw Women's Championship. The following year was the first time to see a women's tag team division. Remember the inaugural women's tag team championship? Sasha Banks and Bayley, the Boston Hug connection. They went ahead and defeated Fire and Desire, the Riot Squad, the Iconics, Carmella and Naomi, and Nia Jax and Tamina.
Nice.
Shayna Baszler's won it, and then the last 2, Bianca Belair and Asuka. In 2022, Nikki Cross and Piper Niven had different names. Remember Dewdrop? What was that definition of dewdrop?
Oh my god, that was an Urban Dictionary meaning I had.
Drop, urban.
Wasn't like
I got.
I
Oh
think it
no,
was
I'm
up.
not gonna make that up.
It wasn't nothing pretty.
No,
No,
no.
it was not. I
Oh,
think it
what
was up.
is when lesbians squirt on each other and force the other one to lick the love juices? That's a dewdrop.
I wouldn't mind being in the middle of that. Hell,
That
hell,
is
I think I
not
would.
great, especially when Vince McMahon is like in a lawsuit and stuff like that.
Oh,
I
Vince,
even read
Vince,
an
Vince.
article. I read an article about how he used to tell that female that's doing the lawsuit about the naming the dildos off of black people's names or something like that. Oh, I don't know if all that is true or not. I don't know, but man, it's not a laughing matter because of the situation.
Yep.
But when you go behind the scenes and just be like, yo, what was like you trying to dig in his brain, like what was he thinking?
He had
I
a
don't
creative
know.
mind.
Whatever it is matching to the history of what happened in the ring.
That's why right now he got no chance. That's what he's got.
No chance in hell. Woo. Wow, that's all I gotta say.
No comment.
No,
No
I'm
comment.
curious to see. And again, there's another article about Shane McMahon stepping away the first time because he knew what was going on.
Yes, I read that.
And then, well, you already know about Stephanie. She stepped down when all that BS was happening about the leaked emails and stuff like that. And she was like, I don't want no part of this. So it's crazy, crazy that's going on right now. And that's another reason why a lot of people are saying that Braun Breaker replaced Brock Lesnar. I'm fine without Brock Lesnar because that gave an opportunity for Braun Breaker to make it happen. Should that story be true? I don't know. I'm not there. But I believe in the Royal Rumble, the biggest star that I've seen happen was Braun Breaker. I was impressed, very impressed about the way he maneuvered in that ring. We need that guy. Now he more likely gonna be in SmackDown.
Yeah, definitely. I was more impressed with Pat McAfee not being stupid enough to go in against Omos and eliminated himself.
But a lot of people are talking about like that was a waste of spot.
It was. It was all for entertainment purposes.
It was comical.
I already had R-Truth. Why would I need him?
Well, R-Truth still took the cake because he's the first one to ever tag in.
So that's the first time I ever knew who was number 24.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Yep, because he made it known.
He made it known. Now I remember back then we used to know what numbers people have. Now it's harder and harder, man. Like nobody wants to give it away. Crazy.
And I think that's a good thing. I think the element of surprise is always good.
Yeah,
it is.
I still like to know who my number one and number two, though.
Normally we knew who number one or number two was.
Right. I want to know who's my number one at least, or we used to know who was number 30. Remember those days you had to win a tournament or something to earn the number 30.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so what's your dream match right now for the current roster right now? If you was to set up the Elimination Chamber, who would be your 6?
It could be a mixture. It don't matter.
Well, I mean, whoever wins gets us. See, that's the hard part is that we don't know who is the chosen one. Which Royal Rumble winner is going to choose their superstar, right? So it's kind of hard to predict. But let's just say if Cody Rhodes chose Roman Reigns, then who in Raw is going to be in the Elimination Chamber?
Well, I think at least you got a whole lot of choices on Raw than you do versus SmackDown.
Well, you know Drew McIntyre's one.
I got Jey Uso as one. I will put him
Punk.
in there.
CM Punk.
No, CM Punk is out, man. He's out for 6 months.
Oh, what? Oh, he got hurt. I missed that.
Yeah, he got a torn. Dude, don't you watch wrestling?
Dude, listen, I haven't. Let's
Did you
just
not
say
see
that
the Royal Rumble?
I saw the Rumble. Well,
Did
kind
you
of.
not see him hold his arm?
No.
Yeah. That must have been that
When I
Captain
explained to
Morgan you've
you,
been drinking.
dude, I wish.
Yo,
I
that
wish I
was
was
1 year ago today. You made that comment of looking for Hector. It was a Royal Rumble. And Hector was like, I can't make it on the show.
I was that surprise entrant on number 31. So we got Drew, we got Jay. We have to put Sami Zayn in there, I would say.
Man, it's just Sami Zayn McGoggle, man. Oh, I don't know
know.
about that guy. I had something for him, and
Damian Priest.
he didn't show me nothing on the Royal Rumble. But and then that match, he lost to Drew McIntyre. Why would you want to put him in there? I thought if he would have won, then it had more meaning. But he lost to him again.
Again, I know. Yeah, right.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
You could put Shinsuke in there. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 5 already then.
We got
Right.
5 already. Damn.
We do?
Well, we got it's Rollins, right?
No, we did not say Rollins.
We did not say Rollins.
No. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So we
No,
said,
no. You know what you said? That right there. He's out. He's
we
out.
we said McIntyre and Jey Uso. Are we agreeing with Sami Zayn or not?
I don't know.
No.
why not Damian
Okay.
Priest?
Okay, so take him out and put Shinsuke. So we still got 3.
Damian Priest, yeah, because of Drew
Okay.
McIntyre.
So
Yes.
that's 4.
Yeah.
So we need 2 more.
Throw in. Well,
Will Gunther
Braun
do it?
Breaker's gonna.
Will
Gunther.
Well,
Gunther?
I would say so. I mean, just because he's Intercontinental Champion, he still wants
Yeah.
a shot at a title.
I
So why
think
not
Gunther
put
would
him in
be
there?
perfect.
Yeah. You give everybody some good chops.
And Kofi Kingston, I will put him in there.
If you're gonna put Gunther in there, why? Yeah, Kofi. Yeah,
Kofi could be in there unless you replace him with Xavier Woods and have
No.
him get a shot. But I think
No.
because of the fact that he could fly and you expect him to get on top and fly on everybody,
Mhm.
you need a flyer in the chamber. You need a
Well,
climber.
I
You
think
can't
Jay.
put a lot of heavy hitters.
No, I
Jey
think
Uso could do
Jey-
it.
Jey could fly. Yeah.
Right.
Between Jay and Kofi, have them be the flyers.
Yeah, that's
Have
we
2
just-
flyers.
we just are you with us today? Are you all
Here.
right?
But I think that's
We're-
a good. I think that's a
He
good.
came
choice.
in late.
did it for you.
He didn't
Yes,
have
I
his
did.
drink yet. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
That's okay. But okay, what if Cody Rhodes decides to choose Seth freaking Rollins?
Randy
Now we
Orton?
got what? Bobby Lashley.
Randy
we got
Orton,
Karrion Kross, Randy Orton, AJ
Yeah.
Styles,
LA Knight,
LA Knight.
Braun Breaker.
Well, we don't know yet, but depending on the tonight, right?
If
You
It's
gotta
a
Andrade,
ask-
dream match.
if
But,
Andrade went to
but then
Raw,
he did say the general manager said that he was on the phone and he's
Yeah.
about to sign
Yeah.
Braun Breaker to SmackDown. So they just say if Braun Breaker's in there, definitely
maybe
he can
Solo,
show off his skills.
maybe put Solo in there to try to.
But yeah, Solo
try-
Sikoa would be the best option over Braun
Oh.
Breaker.
Yeah,
Yes.
Solo could at least try to, control
Mhm.
the situation for the bloodline.
If it's not him, you think they put Jimmy?
Jimmy's a waste. Jimmy's gonna be a waste.
Yeah.
No yeet.
No yeet. Got no,
No
yeet.
yeet. It's nothing though. It ain't gonna happen.
He's performing no yeet. So
Because at
Yeah.
least Solo gives Bloodline a chance to win it in that
Mm.
situation. Jimmy doesn't give them a chance to win it.
Solo doesn't have a chance. The fact that once he beat John Cena, he has not won a match since.
I understand that. I'm just saying that he has the better chance than over Jimmy
Mm.
to give you that possibility. Because Samoan Spikes are coming around the Elimination Chamber if that was to happen.
If it was me, I'd be having a machete and cut off his thumb or something.
You get a thumb, and you get a
You
thumb.
get a
and
thumb.
You get a thumb.
Re-re.
Frank gets 2 thumbs.
Yeah. I don't even know where he gonna put that thumb, but okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
there we
Dude, drop.
go.
Dude, drop.
Not our problem.
Can't believe it. And you know what? We almost had a segment where we were just gonna talk about how did these superstars get their names.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I'm
know.
wondering, Vince McMahon got a dirty mind, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Just saying, it's crazy. All right,
Uh,
Maybe Vince
so
McMahon was in the middle of the dewdrop.
um, let's talk about the women's. Okay, could we get another tag team elimination chamber, or is it going to be a singles match? What do you prefer?
I don't mind a tag team.
It seems like there's more tag teams coming out now.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't mind that. You
and
got
they're
Natal.
legit tag teams.
You got
Natalia
Natalia.
and Tegan Knox.
Yeah, they got that.
Yeah,
Um,
Fire. What is it?
but
Alba
they,
Fire and Ice.
Fire.
Alpha Fire.
Yeah, Alba
Something like that.
Fire and her partner. Remember they went and attacked the Kabuki Warriors?
mm-hmm.
A matter of fact, the Kabuki would be in it and defend their title. That'd be good. Shayna Baszler and
Zoe Stark. Yeah.
Zoe
Zoe
Stark.
Stark.
Well, you
Yep.
gotta have Katana and her partner in there too. 'Cause
Yeah, that too.
They just lost the title, so
Yeah. And then you got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Dewdrop.
mhm. Yep, because they were
So
former tag champions. Yeah.
already, we got it stacked already. So that's
Mhm.
good. Or let's talk about singles match. It seems like IYO SKY might be the target, so we could just. But then again, there's not that many superstars on Raw in the women's division to like say who is gonna be, you know. And
Yeah.
then like you got to protect Jade Cargill because she's a newcomer
hmm
and she's a beast.
Yeah, she is. We seen what she did to Nia. Good
She's
lord,
better than Bianca Belair. I'm sorry.
she picked her
I
up
think
and
so.
flexed the muscle at the same time. Good night.
I think Becky Lynch is on the downfall. I don't
Becky
think she's
Lynch.
gonna get her WrestleMania moment.
Becky Lynch is gonna get moved to SmackDown.
Nope, because she's married to Seth Rollins.
That's
It's not
right.
gonna
Yeah,
happen.
they gotta stay on Raw together. Yeah.
Yep. Unless they both convert, but I don't think that's gonna happen until next year.
Yeah, but
I
you're right.
believe so.
She's not that main event anymore.
Yeah, she's not the man anymore. Let's put it that way. I
Yeah.
think that title's gone. Um, and then again, that's the Charlotte Flair effect. Okay, she's gone, and it sucks because every time she comes back, she always have to have a title. You ever seen if it wasn't that rivalry with her and Sasha Banks at the beginning? You
hmm
remember how those titles were changing all the time? And then every time
Yeah.
she's out, she comes title. It's like, here you go. Thanks for coming. So, anyways, it is what it is. Plenty more to talk about in the next few weeks to see and to shine a light as to who will be involved in Elimination Chamber. I do expect that it could be a woman heavy because there are a lot of female superstars from Australia in the main roster, and why not go over there and show them the product, show them where you from. That's going to be an emotional it's going to be an emotional event for them, especially for Rhea Ripley.
hmm
So my thing is Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax should be a lock for that match, but this has to be something awesome happening in the elimination chamber. Any man Australian? Anybody?
Australia.
No.
Where's Bronson Reed from?
Is it what's his
He,
name?
ain't he from Hawaii?
Uh,
Weiler. The what's his name?
oh,
Weiler. The guy with
Oh, you're right. Bronson Reed is from Australia.
he is from Australia. Okay.
Yeah.
but isn't this other guy also the guy that's with
Yeah,
A Town Down? I can't remember names right now.
Grayson Waller.
Grayson
There
Waller.
you go. Yeah, Grayson Waller.
I think so. I think he may
I
be
think he's an
Australian
Aussie
too.
too.
Yeah, he is Australian.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Ah,
so one point for each of us.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm in the
So
lead.
they all could be participating in the elimination chamber.
hmm That's a good
And
possibility.
so is this going to be a mid card type deal?
Mm.
Is the United States title going to be on the line? Is the Intercontinental Championship going to be on the line? I think United States title will be best because Gunther with those little chumps right there. Nah, sorry, I don't see it.
Possible. I mean, we did. Well, you talking about in the chamber or just a match?
Nah,
Because
I'm talking about the elimination chamber. Like,
well,
get these guys in there.
we just seen that last year. I mean, Theory had to defend that title in the chamber.
So make the Intercontinental Championship. Jey Uso, you got Bronson Reed, or are they going to use that as the number one contender for WrestleMania?
For the heavyweight title, it's
I mean, it could
Depends
be
on
any
what Cody
title,
Rhodes.
to be
it,
honest with you.
if you want the Intercontinental title, maybe so. But if Gunther's going to run for this, go make a run at the heavyweight title, then
You know who else is sounding off? And I caught it on social media. Sheamus. He sounded off. He wants Gunther. He's already made a claim that he's going to be the all-time belt holder in the WWE. Those were the comments from him on Twitter, or I should say X.
rightfully so. He should get a
Mhm.
shot at that title again,
Mhm.
because that's the only title he's, that's eluded him to become a Grand Slam champion. But then again, there are other
Ain't he already a Grand Slam champion?
not
He just
without
don't have every single title of WWE.
well, that what makes you a Grand Slam if you held every single title. He's
That's
never held
that's,
the Intercontinental.
that's got to be another name for Grand Slam.
No, Grand Slam is everything because there was a triple crown where there was only
Right, but
three.
ain't he already a Grand Slam?
No, Grand would mean he has all of them.
But he
Well,
had.
then theoretically,
So
then
what
no
happened
the
to the
Grand Slam
hardcore
because
title, the
We're not.
European title?
We didn't.
That don't count.
I don't think they're counting that. See, now you got me going Judgment Day again. See, you got my blood
Judgment Day
boiling.
arrives.
You got me blood boiling over here. You're gonna be turning Judgment Day.
There's something about you, man. So I was learning it has to do something with your lighting. That's why you have weak lighting in your room right there.
maybe so.
Yeah. That's cool,
Turn off your
man.
lights.
Yeah.
Turn
No,
off
no,
the
it's cool.
lights.
No,
There we
Leo
go.
Mud.
There we go. All right, so let's take a look. Sheamus has been a 3-time WWE champion, 1-time heavyweight champion, a 3-time United States champion, a 4-time Raw Tag Team champion, a 1-time SmackDown Tag Team champion, King in the Ring, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank winner, and he's won a whole bunch of Slammy awards. Ranked number 10 in 2010. He's ranked number 54 last year as a top 500 wrestlers, and nothing's listed as him being a Grand Slam champion.
Right.
So I guess because of that Intercontinental Championship that he's missing, then I guess you got a point there.
Because I mean, we could talk about like somebody like Bobby Lashley. He's missing the tag team titles to become a Grand Slam champion. So there's always that one title that's eluding everybody. I can't remember what title John Cena's missing. I think it's the Intercontinental title also.
Yeah, he's never had the
Yeah.
it doesn't like he's not gonna have any other title.
Right. So he's a Grand Slam. I mean, he's a Triple Crown winner, along with the Royal Rumble and along with the Money in the Bank. But that Intercontinental title has eluded him. I think Sheamus is the closest one that we can say that's going to be the one that could become the next Grand Slam champion.
Right.
By going after that title. And if he takes it, it's more better for Gunther now to focus on the heavyweight title and not worry about the Intercontinental title anymore.
Duly noted.
So,
they always say once you drop those belts, you automatically head into the World Championship belt. So
yeah.
Maybe we got it all wrong. Now, lastly, before we go, let's talk about the head of the table. The head of the table, The Rock came out after day one and explained about he was hungry, head of the table, and everyone was sparking about The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. What if that was just a hype that in reality the truth was he is the head of the table and he is the head with the board of directors for TKO Group, that he's involved in that and the merging of Monday Night Raw going to Netflix. So all that stuff that's happening and him going to the New York Stock Exchange to ring that bell, that was what he was referring to. No shots taken to to Roman Reigns. It had nothing to do with it. and Roman Reigns did not have any input to that either.
He laughed.
So yeah, and you probably laugh because of the rest of the people reacting. It is what it is. So it's just like how Hector's reacting to the Judgment Day. I think he wants to be down just like R-Truth is trying to be down. So he, he's gonna get dropped. Let me see. Whoop, he's gone.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll be interested to see how far this stuff is gonna go. Who will make Cody Rhodes make that decision? That's something that we have to dig into deep. Moving on between now and we get closer to the Elimination Chamber. But other than that, guys, the Royal Rumble was fantastic. I think the women's division outlasted the men's division on Saturday night. The bigger pop, bigger story, and I think because of Bayley winning, they loved it. As far as the men's side of the house, I don't just left me hanging. But then again, we've seen so many awesome premium events that there's always that one that's left questionable, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're forgiven. I'm still loving it. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah. Maybe I'll
Yep.
turn red next time.
I don't think so.
Oh no, hey, this like I said, man, tune in to the hhwshow.com. Read our blogs. Let us know how you feel about those blogs. Is all reactions to what we see on Raw and on SmackDown. And sooner or later, we're gonna jump into NXT and see how it is because it's getting hot over there. I'm kind of digging it over there. But there's plenty of wrestling coming up as we get set to the road to WrestleMania. Take care, everyone. Gotta love some wrestling.
Yeah.